Hey guys, so real quick I wanted to address a lot of questions I've had about digital currency recently. A lot of people are asking about the Seekzoo's digital currency and all the advantages to it and how we're able to do what we do. Basically, our customers are making income and not having to pay income taxes on that money. You make $1,000 with Seekzoo, 100% of that money is yours. You're not going to have to pay your 30, 35, 40% to the government. You can spend the full 1,000. If you decide to take $200 and have us wire that to your bank account, then you're going to pay taxes on that. But that's the only time and that's the only money. So imagine comparing that to your regular paycheck. If you make $5,000 a month, then you're in a 35% tax bracket. The government takes $1,500 before you ever see your money, and you know this. And that leaves you about $3,500 to then pay all your bills with. Imagine if you got the $5,000 first, then paid all your bills, bought the things you wanted, maybe took a little vacation. Let's say you had $2,000 left, and then that's all the government got to tax. That's basically how the income with Seekzoo works. That's how the income our customers make works. And that's because it's a digital currency. And now, getting back to that, if you don't know what a digital currency is, you never heard of one, the most popular and main one is Bitcoin. And Bitcoin started back in like 2008, 2009. Just some computer programmers came up with it. And they didn't base anything on the value. Basically, the value just came out of nowhere. And originally it was pennies. It was literally pennies. But it was a way for people to pay each other for transactions without having a bank in the middle taking fees or without having the government's greedy hands on the money. And it was so popular, it grew extremely fast. It went from pennies back in 2009 to a value of $15 per Bitcoin in 2013. I mean, imagine a US dollar being worth $15 after 4 years. That's basically what that did. And honestly, the value came out of nowhere. It's just the demand. It's supply and demand, the demand for Bitcoins. There's only so many that were released. But here's what's crazy. Since 2013 to today, Bitcoin has gone from a $15 per coin value to $1,500 per coin. That's literally 100 times its value. One Bitcoin right now is worth $1,500. You can make transactions in portions of Bitcoin. That's why they're able to keep going so high. But one Bitcoin is worth $1,500 because the demand on them is so high. But guys, that is exactly what Seekzoo Cash is too. But even better, we have real basis for our valuation. We know exactly where the valuation comes from. It's tracked completely across the board. It actually just converts real cash into Seekzoo Cash. That's all we're doing. And then when the Seekzoo Cash stays in the system and you guys spend it, or maybe even pay each other money you owe each other, account-to-account transfer, whatever, we're never going to let the government's greedy hands come in and tax you and take their share of it. We have to claim taxes as a company on the money we generate that we don't send out 1099s on, so we're taking a little bit of a hit, but we're saving you a fortune. So that's the digital currency with Seekzoo, and that's I tell you what, since we've changed our marketing at the beginning of this month and started taking a little different approach of how our customers are generating $500 a month permanent residual income from month one, just by referring 3 people, just bringing 3 people on, and they positive cash flow $500 a month from month one forever, really forever. It's automated, and that's Seekzoo digital currency. That $500 can be used to buy $500 of whatever you need. And if we don't have it, we can get it. If you're getting a car stereo from a car stereo shop and we don't have it on our shelves, we'll call them. We'll invite them to be a vendor with us. They'll pay us the same fee they pay a credit card, and no difference to them, but you can use your Seekzoo Cash and not pay 35% of that to the government before you do. Think about it. $1,000 after taxes is $650. You just lost $350. A $20 bill is $13 after taxes. Actually, it's $12 and some change. Imagine if you had the full 20 or the full 1,000 and you could spend that. That's what the income with Seekzoo does. So hopefully that answers your digital currency question, why it's so important, why it's a big deal. And if you have any more questions, let me know.